What is going on? What's going on, everybody? And welcome back to the Hangout spot where you already know it's real talk, boxing talk, live from our man cave. It's your boy Johnny, and I am your host for another edition of the Hangout Spot Live. This time, the Thursday night edition. And tonight, we got a hell of a show in store for you. In just a little while, we got middleweight contender Thomas Cornflake LaManna. My guy is going to be in the building in about 25 minutes. He's actually on his way home. He had a very, very busy day. As you guys know, he's going to be fighting against Jermall Charlo, co-main event, May 31st in Las Vegas. It's a big fight. Today, they actually had the virtual press conference. So the first time that they were able to get both of them together, it wasn't face-to-face. I believe they're going to be doing a face-to-face in a couple weeks, but today was virtual, and there was a lot of shit going down in that press conference. I certainly have my opinions about it, especially when it comes to Jermall Charlo. I'm going to share some video in just a little bit and get your take on it, but a little bit of fireworks going back and forth. And if you guys know me, man, I like when the press conferences get saucy and spicy. That makes for an even better fight on fight night, man. When there's hostility to me, there's fire. You know what I mean? So we're gonna get into that. And then Cornflake also had some words on that press conference with Caleb Plant when he tried to interrupt him. So we'll get into that and we'll play some audio on that as well. If you haven't seen it, this is where it's at. But for those of you guys that rocked out on Tuesday night with me, I appreciate the love and support. We had prospect, super featherweight prospect, undefeated 10-0 with 7 knockouts from Florida, Puerto Rican descent. Dominic Valle was in the building, and it was an excellent interview. He fights under the Pro Box banner. He is coached by my guy, Mark Ferre, who's also the head trainer of the Chosen One, Edgar Berlanga. And it was a great interview, man. He's a smart young man, a family man. He also models. So if you guys didn't check out that interview live, make sure you go to the Hangout spot immediately after this and check it out. All my lives are posted there so that you can take a look at them at your convenience. All my interviews, boots to ground, live, it doesn't matter. Check out the Hangout spot on YouTube, man. Today ain't going to be a disappointment either. And we want to get the chat involved today as well. We definitely want to get the chat involved because there's a lot going on. We also had an announcement this week that has been swirling around about a mega card that's going down in New York City, July 12th, headlined by the Chosen One, Edgar Berlanga. He's going to be facing Hamza Shiraz. You got Shakur Stevenson on that card against William Zepeda, a much anticipated matchup for the WBC lightweight title. I mean, there's hella shit going on. This is where it's at here at the Hangout spot. You already know, but ground rules, man. Let's get those out the way early, man. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you smash that like button, man. We got to get this channel out to other boxing fans so they know we rock out 2, sometimes 3 times a week. Next week, we going live 3 times next week because it's a big fight weekend coming up next weekend, starting Friday in Times Square, and we're going to be all over that as well as our normal array of guests that are going to be joining us on the panel. I'm also going to be opening up the phone lines next week. I definitely want to get some chatter involved, some predictions, see what you guys think about what's going down Friday, what's going down Saturday in Saudi Arabia with Canelo Alvarez, and then obviously Sunday with Naoya Inoue, the monster, the Japanese monster who's making his return to the U.S., much anticipated. So I can't do it alone, man. I cannot do it alone. You guys know the deal. I got to get my chat members, my community members involved. So next week, we in for a banging week here at the Hangout spot. And if you haven't subscribed to the Hangout spot, make sure you do so. It's sin if you haven't done it. More importantly, make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. This is where it's at. If we want to turn this train into a locomotive in 2025, we're going to need more passengers so that we could get the bigger and better names here at the Hangout spot. Last but not least, the chat is open. Y'all got to get involved, man. And when Thomas Cornflake LaManna gets in, y'all know I like to answer or I like to ask questions from the chat. But sometimes the chat be popping, man. There'd be so many people in here. The chat is going back and forth, and I don't have an opportunity to kind of sift through and pay attention to the person I'm interviewing and kind of see where the questions are. So the easiest and best way to be able to do that is to super chat, because I actually see those. They pop up as a colored message. So I actually see those. And again, since they're donations, I'm going to make sure that those were read. So if you want to make sure that your question is read to any one of our guests, especially when the chat is cooking, make sure you super chat that, because I'm always going to accept donations and I'm going to appreciate everything. Super chat, super stickers is the way to go. And if you want to make a donation to my Cash App, the Cash App is right below, scrolling down as well. But let's get started, man. Let's get started. Without further ado, let's see who's on the check-in, man. We got people on the check-in. We got my sister, Superwoman 607, is in the building. What's going on, sis? Appreciate you rocking out here with us on a Thursday night. We got my man, Eddie Alvarez. Salute, Eddie. What's going on, man? What's going on, man? Thanks for joining us here. Thank you for joining us. Lots going on in the boxing world. Of course, you know, the chat wouldn't be complete without my man Wax in the building, who's always showing love. Wax, what's going on, man? Wax just bought a Tank t-shirt, from my sponsorship, whatsyourhustle.com. It's a Tank t-shirt. I'm actually going to be getting those as well. It's in the mail. Once I get it, I'll be rocking it. But I just got my hair done 2 days ago t-shirt, man. It's actually absolutely hilarious. So if you have not checked out whatsyourhustle.com, make sure y'all check them out, man. They got fly sportswear, man. You got t-shirts, you got hats, you got hoodies, you got joggers for men and women. My wife got a banging jogger set, that looks off the chain. I got this fly ass straight out the ghetto hat, all at whatsyourhustle.com. That's my new sponsorship. So make sure you go and show them love. Shout out to my man, Johnny Dela Cruz, who's the owner of What's Your Hustle and just had a baby girl, man. Just had a baby girl. So congratulations, my brother. That is a blessing. He's a first-time father, man. That's what's going on. I'm trying to get Johnny up in here as well, man, because he does a lot of good short content on IG covering all type of things in the boxing world, man. And he's very, very colorful and animated the way he does it. But more importantly, check out the website, man, for some fly-ass gear. Whatsyourhustle.com. In fact, I'm going to throw it up here right now. That is the website, whatsyourhustle.com. More importantly, at checkout, if you use discount code the Hangout Spot in capital letters, you get 15% off your order. So make sure you act now. Check it out, man, because that is where it's at. Wax already hit it up. He's going to get that fly-ass Tank t-shirt, man. So make sure you get yours. You got the two-tone, the Superstar collection is on there as well. Musty Energy, Deeper, Darker, Criminal Link, Chili Killers. I mean, it's all there, man. Make sure you check it out, and support your boy here at the Hangout Spot and my boy at whatyourhustle.com. We got Mo Brains in the building. What's going on, champ? My TBV family is in the building, bro. We in the building, bro. We doing it up. We doing it up tonight, man. Once we get Cornflake up in here, we're going to talk that shit about Charlo, man. We're going to talk that shit about Charlo, man, because I spent some time with him this Friday night at Caribbean Royale, Orlando. He was in the building. We talked about what's been going on pre-fight. And, he's a little upset, and rightfully so, because the world of boxing. You know how the world of boxing does, right? When they want to hype up a future matchup between two guys, yeah, they'll often pit them on the undercard. And that should be enough, right? But no, you got people in the boxing community just saying, well, if these two win, these tune-up fights, they're going to be fighting again, or they're going to be fighting each other down the road. And let's not forget, man, the people that they're actually fighting, that the boxing community thinks they're just going to walk all over, and, they get in there, they get upset, bro. It's disrespectful. It's disrespectful because at the end of the day, they got to fight that person. That person is also a professional fighter, and they're getting paid, and they're training hard, and they want to win as well. So my man Thomas Cornflake, and he has a ton of experience, man, over 40 pro fights. He's been in there with some big names. He feels a little bit disrespected, and he's let that be known in some of the interviews that he's done, the past couple of weeks. He let it be known today, in the virtual press conference, and he went back and forth with Caleb Plant. So if you guys haven't seen that, I'm going to be playing it in just a little bit so you guys can get your take on it. But once we get Thomas Cornflake up in here, we'll talk about that. We'll also talk about his promotion company, Ringstar Promotions, who just signed a television deal with DAZN. That's actually a really, really big deal. again, you know the deal. These fighters cannot fight for the rest of their lives, right? So there has to be something that they fall back on, right? A career after boxing. So he's been promoting for over 10 years. So this is a big break, man. I believe that his first card on the zone is going to be televised this Sunday, April 26th. So I want him to kind of talk about that as well. So we're going to get it popping. So again, if you got questions, make sure you filter them in through the chat. If the chat gets crazy, super chat is the best way to be able to get through. And you throw your brother a bone in the process as well.
Straight cash, homie.
Ghost Eye, what's going on? Let's go. Let's go. Thanks for rocking out with the Hangout spot here on a Tuesday night. We are going to do it up. Eddie Alvarez says he was definitely drunk. And that's what I wanted to talk about, man. That's exactly what I want to talk about, Eddie, because something wasn't right with Charlo, bro. And you guys know this ain't the channel where, I go and I gossip or anything like that. I tell it how I see it, man. You know what I mean? Like I tell it like I see it. And yo, Charlo was on some shit, man. I think he was definitely boozing before this press conference, bro. I mean, I told Nestor Gibbs on the Boxing Voice a little while ago. Shout out to Nestor Gibbs and the Boxing Voice community. Those are my brothers, always in the building. In fact, I got my brother Two Tone, the superstar, in the building. What's going on, my brother? Peace, chat. Peace, Johnny. Have a great interview, Two Tone. I appreciate you rocking out, bro. Thanks for coming aboard and supporting. I just told the chat, man. I just told the chat. Make sure you hit whatsyourhustle.com. You got Two Tone the Superstar. He's got the Two Tone the Superstar line there. The Chiller Killers t-shirt, the mug, Criminal Darker Deeper Link t-shirt, the Musty Energy t-shirt. My brother's Two Tone the Superstar is doing it up on whatsyourhustle.com. And make sure you get your discount as well, man, because we all family up in here. But yeah, I was telling Nestor earlier, man, this dude was on some shit, man. And I'm concerned about it. I really am, man, because we know Charlo hasn't been in the ring for what, a year and a half? By the time the fight comes, Charlo hasn't been in the ring for about a year and a half. He's been going through, issues with mental health, with alcohol abuse. It's been well documented. This is why he's taken that time off, even before the last fight against Benavidez. And then you come into this press conference and you look a certain type of way, man. Like, I'm like, yo, what's going on here? And again, you guys can be the judge, man, because I'm going to play this in just a little bit. You guys can be the judge and let me know. But either way, man, I hope that he's prepared on fight night because my man Thomas LaManna, he's coming to win, man. He's coming to shock the world because he believes, and rightfully so, nobody's realistically going to pick him to win. Everybody's going to be riding the Charlo train, the Charlo name, the fact that he's undefeated, he's never lost. But again, people that know boxing know that boxing is mostly all mental, man. Yeah, obviously there's the physical aspect of it, but you don't have the mental capacity up here, bro. You could go in there and you can get hurt. So now may be the right time to strike. If you Cornflake, you know what I'm saying? Now may be the right time to strike. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see. We got Coach Amelia Q in the building. What's going on, Coach? Appreciate you rocking out. You on time. That's right. I appreciate that. And I apologize. I was actually a little bit late. I was actually like 4 or 5 minutes late, which usually doesn't happen often. But how to make sure, because we do some stuff behind the scenes. Boxers, they like to hit the mitts in the locker room. I'm not hitting the mitts, but there's some other things that we do, before we go live and direct here in the studio. So I appreciate your patience. Clarence McLean, bro, what's going on from the No Duck Zone podcast? My brother, salute to you, man. Yo, salute my people, the Hangout spot. Johnny, what's up, champ? What's up with you, man? I see you out there doing your thing every day in the morning, man. Make sure y'all check out my man Clarence, man. Another brother, man. Another real one who keeps it real, man. Talking boxing, talking everything real life, man. It ain't just boxing. It's real life shit. Because there's a lot of other things going on in our world other than boxing. I mean, here it's all boxing for me. You know what I'm saying? But Clarence does a lot of good stuff on his morning podcast. So make sure y'all check him out on YouTube and IG as well, man. Great dude. We got Rob C. What's up, man? What's going on? Shout out pretty boy Johnny. Check said he want to take you to lunch.
This is nasty.
Yo, Rob, it's crazy, man. The boxing, I mean, again, there's some crazy shit that goes on in the Boxing Voice. If you guys are community members, crazy shit, man. Callers that just call up in there and they just want to blabber, and then there's an option, for the community to send Nestor $50 so they could cut a call off. And then this guy's one of them dudes that just don't die. Somebody cuts him off, he'll pay to come back in, and somebody else is cutting him off. Dude, it's absolutely insane, bro. The boxing voice today was crazy, bro. It's a crazy community, but I'm so proud and happy to be a part of it, man, because you guys have welcomed me with open arms and you treat me like family, man. But sometimes the shit that goes on in there, man, I be working and I be laughing, man. I just be dying laughing, man. The community goes nuts. The chat is absolutely brutal, man. The live chat is absolutely brutal. So is the back room on the Discord, man. It's crazy, man. But yeah, he talking about Tech. Tech is one of those guys that just goes off the rails, just talking. Don't know if he's sober or not. Either way, people are cutting him off, and he said some really, really wild, outlandish shit, man. But nah, Rob, I'm good, man. I'm good, man. I don't need Tech to take me nowhere, bro. Mo Brains is in the building. What's up, champ? Charlo lost in the bottle again. Cornflake has a chance for a big upset. That's what I said. That's what I said, man. I mean, I'm not tripping. I don't think I'm tripping, bro. Charlo was definitely on the bottle, bro. And again, I'm not trying to gossip, bro. I'm just trying to keep it 100. I'm just trying to keep it 100. And if that's the case, man, if that's the case, it's Thursday. Did I say Tuesday? I might have said Tuesday. I'm sorry. Shout out to Pink Car 06, who happened to be my wife in the building as well. Always there to correct me. I might have said Tuesday by accident, but if I did, it's Thursday night. We are here Thursday night at the Hangout spot again. Live show. We will make mistakes. But yeah. Tuesday, I think it's Thursday. Yeah, I did. Okay, there you go, Tone Deaf. My bad. I don't know. I get excited, bro. I get excited every time I host a live show and my community's coming out for me, bro. I get super, super duper excited, man. I'm glad everybody is here checking me out. If you haven't hit that like button, make sure you hit that like button. I'm actually streaming live on Facebook as well. We're trying to get some more viewership, so I'm throwing it out on Facebook. I'm going to start streaming on X as well, live, to get some more viewers up in here in the channel. So if you're watching this live on Facebook, smash that like button. More importantly, come over to YouTube, man. Come over to YouTube. And while you are there, if you haven't subscribed to the Hangout spot, make sure you subscribe. Call somebody and tell them, yo, y'all got to subscribe to my man Johnny, because he's doing it up here on YouTube, talking that boxing 2 times, 3 times a week. This is how it's going to do. This is how we're going to do it up for the rest of the year and beyond. So make sure you come here and you check me out. Keep the chat going, though. Keep the chat going. Charlo is punch drunk. That man got no business fighting. That's my man Jay Calderon from Fight Hook News. He's up in here. What's going on, Jay? What's going on, Jay? Thanks for rocking out with me on a Thursday night. I won't forget going forward. Yeah, something's definitely wrong with my man Charlo, bro. Something is definitely not right with my man Charlo. We got Z Pacino. What's going on, my brother? Appreciate you rocking out. Pin Car 06 said, I think Charlo pulled in Garcia and will still get the upset over Cornflake. She call him Cornflake. Cornflake for all you Spanish-speaking people. Cornflake. That's the way we say cornflake in Puerto Rican or in Spanish.
This is nasty.
Because that's what we do, man. It could be. I don't know, man. I mean, Ryan was crashing out. I ain't gonna lie. I was telling people before the Devin Haney fight that I'd be surprised if he even made it to fight night, which is why I thought that they had Barboza in the back burner, thinking Ryan may not make it, man. He may crash out. He may end up in jail or in a rehab facility a week before the fight. What are we going to do? Does the show continue to go on? Absolutely. We got a guy like Arnold Barboza who can slide right into the main event and fight Devin Haney. So I was thinking he wasn't even going to show up. And then when he did show up, I'm like, yo, he ain't got no chance to beat Devin Haney. A boxer, a master boxer his caliber, undisputed champion. No way that's going to happen. And then we all saw what happened, right? I was eating crow for like 2 weeks. Ryan cooked him, I mean, Osterine aside, regardless. I mean, obviously Ryan is shout out to Ryan. I mean, his suspension was over this past Sunday, the 20th, which is a full calendar year from the fight, last year on the 20th. But he was suspended for a full year because he popped on Osterine. They ended up taking the loss off Devin Haney's record. He's now undefeated again. But regardless, let's keep it 100. Us true boxing fans, we can't forget what we saw that day. Ryan cooked him. So, yeah, that could be something along the lines of the same thing. Or maybe he was boozing today, but he's going to drop the bottle tomorrow and just start taking the rest of training camp serious. I don't know. But something wasn't right, and I don't like it. And like I said, when there's smoke, there's fire. We're not talking about a one-off here. We're talking about a dude that has had issues with mental health, with alcohol abuse. It's been documented. I'm not making this shit up. You know what I'm saying? I got my man Chino, Even Hands Boxing in the building. What's going on, my brother? Peace, my guy. Peace to you, bro. Always rocking out, man. Even Hands, an artist, a true artist behind the camera, man. Your ringside pictures, some of the stuff that I use on IG, on my videos. I mean, it comes from Even Hands Boxing, bro. He's doing it up, bro, here in Florida, man. Shout out to you, brother. Thanks for rocking out. Salute to you, coach. Appreciate you. Tone Deaf. Wait, which Charlo we talking about? We talking about Jermall, the undefeated one. Jermall, he's been out for a minute, man. Remember the last fight he fought against Jose Benavidez Jr. But we haven't seen him in the ring. By the time May 31st rolls around, we're talking about a full year and a half. He's been going through mental health issues. This fight was supposed to happen on the Tank Roach undercard. Let's not forget. Charlo pulled out. I'm even surprised, and this is when I get Cornflake on. I want to talk to him about it. I'm even surprised that this fight is happening. Real talk. I'm surprised this fight is happening. You know what I mean? But hey, you know, it's here. You know, I'm happy it's here. I'm sure my man Cornflake is happy it's here because he wanted this fight. You know, what's going on, Miguel Parada? What's up from San Bernardino, California? We got the Hangout spot community out west. Shout out to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all, man. We got my brother OC the boss. Johnny TBV fam. What's going on, OC? You know you my brother, man. We always rocking out, man. But like I said, man, we're going to play some video in just a little while. But before we get to that, I actually want to bring in my guest right now, man. You know the deal. He my guy. He family here at the Hangout spot. And he's got a big one coming up on May 31st. Today was very, very interesting. And I want to get his take on it as well. So without further ado, I got my man in the vehicle. Thomas Cornflake LaManna. What's going on, my brother? Welcome back to the Hangout spot, champ.
What's up, bro? You can hear me?
I can hear you. I could also hear some of the stuff in the background, but we'll get through it, bro. We'll get through it. Are you almost home or are you far away?
Yeah. No, I'm like I don't know, 10 minutes. I'm not driving though, so it's all good.
All right. So
what's up, man?
Yeah,
I know because I wasn't gonna I knew I was like, wow, like we wasn't gonna be home for 9:30. I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna get on.
Yeah, no doubt. And when you get out the car, whatever, you know, I'll let you go for a few minutes, let you get settled in, and then you jump back in.
That's a bet.
That's cool. So what's going on, my brother? I was just telling my community, man, today, first and foremost, I just want to congratulate you, you know, for getting this fight. You know, I've had you on in the past. We talked about the first fight that was supposed to happen, if I'm not mistaken, on the Tank and Roach undercard. That fell apart because Maul pulled out for whatever reason it was. And then we were always saying to ourselves, damn, I would like to see that fight happen. You want that fight, but we don't think it will happen. But it did happen. It's been announced. It's official. Today was the first virtual press conference between you and Jermall Charlo. So I just want to congratulate you first and foremost. But talk to me a little bit about today, bro, because today was interesting, man. Give me your take on Jermall, though, because I have my take on it. Something wasn't right with brother, bro. Something wasn't right. Give me your take on it, champ.
I'm gonna be careful with what I say. I have an opinion, but
yeah.
At the end of the day, man, I just hope he shows up. I hope he's all right. You know what I'm saying? And we'll see. I mean, I'm at a point now. I'm not gonna get too distracted over that. It's, it is what it is. He was talking crazy out of nowhere, which is wild. Dude, like, very bipolar. And I don't know him, but like, you could just tell he was just OD bipolar, man. And I don't know if that's like a real thing. I don't know if that's like a an illness. Fuck, man. It was just like it was weird. So, but it don't matter because we still have to fight, and that shit don't win fights. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bipolar is a word that I did not use to my community when I was talking about that whole presser. I could say it. I mean, I believe that there might have been some alcohol involved or something. He looked a little intoxicated to me. And again, that's just my personal opinion. I want other people to see it, and I want them to be able to give their take on it as well. And if that's the case, then that's pretty sad, right? Because we know he's gone through some issues, and I take mental health very, very seriously. But I mean, I don't know. It just wasn't a real good look. And to your point, right? And that's why bipolar might be a good word. I didn't think about that. He was kind of cordial in the beginning, right? Like he started out with, Thomas, I don't want anything, bad to happen and whatnot. And I just want what's best for you. And I'm like, okay. And then all of a sudden, Sean Zattel asked that question. Shout out to Sean, and he just flipped out. He just flipped out and he started going mad crazy on you, like he was going to F you up, and you thought you were African American. I mean, it was like all kind of shit going on, man. What's up? Did that catch you? Did that catch you off guard?
Dude, I was more puzzled than anything. I'm like probably like how everybody was, where it's like, what? Like, dude was just because, and the funny thing too, right? We were in the back, like before the press conference even started, man. It was just like he was just acting up. He was acting up, back talking, just being a pain in the ass, man, to the PBC crew. And then I'm just sitting there chilling. I'm like, all right, I'm here. I stay in my lane. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right. And he starts coming crazy at me, talking, I'm your biggest payday. I didn't have to fight you. I could have chose somebody else. You should be happy. I'm like, all right, thank you. Like, shut the fuck up and thank you. All right, like, what you want me to say? Like you know what I'm saying? And like, so he kind of started it back in the back, like in the back room thing. But like, you know what, man? It is what it is. It's like, it's wild. It's weird. It's like weird. I don't know, bro, but I'm not gonna really fall into that because I quite frankly don't give a fuck now, and we're just gonna do what we have to do.
Yeah, no, it was pretty crazy. It was pretty crazy. I don't mind it because I like my press conferences a little bit spicy. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I like them spicy. I think it makes for a more better, intriguing fight. You weren't trying to be disrespectful, and I saw that you were kind of shaking up a little bit, and me and Ness was talking about it earlier, and Ness was like, "Yo, what's up with Cornflake, bro? Like he letting this dude punk him, like he ain't come back with anything." But I think you were kind of shaking up because I think you even said it, like you were like, "Yo, I'm like kind of shaking up here," or something. You said something along those lines.
Well, I think you mean shaking up means like scared or like
No,
timid.
no, that's not what I
Definitely
was
not
talking
like
about.
that.
Yeah.
So I think no, I was like, dude, like. So Sean asked me a very simple question that could have been answered in 3 seconds, and I'm just like going around the question because I'm still trying to like digest the fact of this guy being an asshole. Like dude just being a weirdo and just an asshole. And it's like I was like, yo, dude, I let this dude get to my head real quick. Pause, like, nah, like that's wild. So listen, man. But at the end of the day, man, bro, I already know his weakness. I already got him, bro. I already got him. I could already tell his weakness. He's not there, bro. And so he doing the fighting for me. He making my job easy. And I'm not gonna go back and forth with him. I don't need to sell a fight. I'm not getting no back end money. I don't give a fuck about that. You know what I'm saying? So, I'll be there, God willing, he's there, and we rumble, and our best man will win, and we move on. That's it. That's that.
For sure. Based on what you saw today, is there concern from you that he doesn't make it to fight night?
No comment.
Yeah, okay, I got it. So because I'll say it in my end. I mean, I'm a little concerned. I'm a little
I'm
concerned.
concerned. I am concerned for him because I don't know what he got going on, but that's none of my business. You know what I mean? I'll be there.
Did it? So is there? I don't know if you is there anything in place in the event that there is a sudden change of plans by him and he pulls out for you to continue the fight on that card, or is it just like the last one? If he pulls out, then there's no fight for you.
Yeah, no, there won't be a fight for me, but we already got things in place. Things already happened where I'm happy with if no, I'm sorry, I wouldn't be happy, but if he, God forbid, pulls out, I mean, I'm already compensated, so it's whatever.
Ah, okay. So that's what I'm trying to say, because you never know, right? Because I would think that that would be something that you would definitely consider or want in negotiations because of what happened the last time. Now,
I
luckily,
wasn't signing the contract without it. So,
right.
and for finally once in my career, I I felt like I had the upper hand for 3 seconds, which cool, but it is what it is, and but I have merit to stand on. It's like if that's even the right word. I have things to stand on to like be like, yo, guys, not for nothing, but X, Y, Z, and it was very simple. Louis DeCubas Jr. is an honest person, and he's the only person in boxing at that level that's never lied to me. Always kept his word, and yet again, he's not failed me. So shout out to Louis Jr.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No doubt, no doubt. Luckily, it worked out because you didn't get to waste a training camp because you actually got a fight.
Yeah.
That you ended up, stopping the dude in 2 rounds. But again, some of that, sometimes that doesn't happen. So I'm good. I'm glad that you actually have a little bit of security in place because you just never know with Jermall. And again, this is no knock on Jermall, y'all. At the end of the day, if he's not right, then we got to look out for the best interest of the fighters. And I don't know. Like I said, there was something off today. I wasn't necessarily confident in the fact that this fight happens. Maybe I'm overdoing it. I don't know. But it'd be interesting to see what happens in a couple weeks. So when do you guys have the face off, like when you'll be together on an actual
I,
stage, that presser?
I don't know. I don't know. They're talking about after Cinco de Mayo, but I don't know. That's in like 2 weeks. I don't. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. I don't know if I want to break camp to do all that. It's like I don't know. We'll see. How about
Because
I heard it was like the week after Cinco de Mayo though.
yeah, I think the host said a couple weeks, like in 2 weeks,
Yeah,
we're gonna have obviously a physical, a press conference where everybody's together.
yeah,
This was obviously virtual. Welcome to the new day and age of the world that we live in, using
yeah.
modern technology to do these, which I find kind of weird, right? But PBC is trying to make that work. Um,
It was only a
people,
last minute thing, just to be on. Like I'll be honest and tell you internally, like because I knew, like we knew about the press conference like a week and it's about a week ago. Yeah, so about a week ago, I knew about it, and they were talking about flying. Like they were going to be in LA, da da da. But it was way too quick of a turnaround for them, for everybody's schedules and all that. It was just too quick of a turnaround, and so there'll be something. But Zoom, I mean, listen, man, it's Zoom's. What's wrong with that? I mean, we're gonna see each other regardless again, whether if it's at a presser or the fight week or whatever. So I mean, whatever, whatever.
yeah, no doubt, no doubt. We got my man Nesta Gibbs. Nesta's in the building at the Boxing Voice. I think he was trying to reach out to you today. He wanted to talk. He said, "Yo, ask Thomas why he let it go down like that." Ness, what exactly are you talking about?
Yeah,
The
like,
the,
yeah. I think
the
I think
Zoom?
people read. I think people read into that too much. I mean, at the end of the day, yo, listen. All right, I'm just, bro, dude. Jamal is fucked up, man. Like there's something wrong with him. Obviously, bro. The world just seen it. Okay, and it's like I'm not gonna argue with somebody and go back and forth. Ain't nobody bitch me, and I didn't bitch nobody. Okay. At the end of the day, I'm a professional. I'm not the same who I used to be, bro. Like I'm just not on that. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to uh, uh, set a good standard for myself. I'm also, I got the show Sunday. You know what I mean? I've been having a lot of media eyes on me, right? A lot of media. I'm trying to set a good, appearance. And so it's like, bro, that shit don't win fights, man. And so, yeah, like, whatever, I'll be there. And I'm going to let my fist do the talking. Very cliche, but like, we're going to fight the fight. And that's it. I mean, Jamal's beating himself already, bro. He needs like a hype man around him and shit, bro. He got people in the background telling him what to say. went from 0 to 100 in 4 seconds and went back down to -3 and then back up to 1,000. Like, bro, I don't know what's up with that, bro. So I ain't let shit go down like nothing for real. I'm just not even on that no more. I'm not even on that no more. So yeah, we're gonna fight, and that's it. That's that, bro. We're gonna just keep it like that.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm here with middleweight contender Thomas Cornflake LaManna, who has a big fight against Jermall Charlo on May 31st on the undercard of Caleb Plant and Jose Armando Resendiz, which is the main event. As I say, the boxing voice Nesta Gibbs says as well. Team LaManna, you know we rocking with you, bro. You know
Nah,
we,
no doubt, no doubt. Of course.
we rocking with you. We rock out with you here at the Hangout spot. But the question is, can you take advantage of whatever he's going through?
Um. Yeah, man. I mean, um. Yo, so it hits home because, like, you know what I mean? I've been there and done that, right? Like, I've been there, done that. Felt, you know what I mean? So it's like, but it's tough to see, bro. We're human, man. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we got to fight. And that's it. That's that. So yeah, of course. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say it's going to win me the fight, right? But I mean, yeah, we just got to fight the fight to see.
But you got to have the sense that this is a good time for this fight, right? Because of what's happening. I mean, you said yourself you wanted to shock the world, man. It's a good opportunity for you to do that.
I've always said that this is the right time. I mean, he's been offered. Bro, he's fought twice in 5 years, bro. You know what I'm saying? I've been knocked out and won 9 straight in 5 years, right? Like, so, yeah, it's like I don't. You know what I'm saying? We're obviously two different. Well, we've been on two different paths. And you know, but yeah, man. I mean, I don't really, whatever. But of course, it's the right time to get him, bro. But still, that doesn't mean that doesn't mean it's an easy fight because it's not. Yo, give me like 5 minutes. I'll call you back in. I'll do like I'll get in and then
Yep.
we could really chop. Bet.
Yep.
All right.
No doubt. No
All right.
doubt.
All right.
Yep. Yeah. We got the chat cooking in here. Shout out to Nesta Gibbs at the Boxing Voice for jumping on. Obviously, I'll get your questions asked. But you guys, the chat is cooking, man. If you want to ask Thomas Cornflake LaManna a question, super chat is probably the way to go. I cannot sift through all these chats, so make sure you get your super chat questions in. I saw somebody that said the super chat option wasn't there. I don't know why. I see it on my end. Hopefully, that's not the case, because again, sifting through all these comments is going to be tough. But I just want to show y'all something real quick, and I want y'all to give me your thoughts of how y'all feel Jermall Charlo looks in this press, or actually more than actually look and sound in this press conference. So this is him in the beginning, obviously being asked about.
He knows everything that's, and then he's gonna come at me. He's gonna give me. It's gonna be a fight. Like, I expect the most. Like, I expect the best out of Thomas LaManna. Like, I expect the best from him, and I'll be there to make the adjustments.
I feel like you both could fight.
So again, man, I mean, this is just one part of it. I'm actually going to go a little bit further. And let me know. Give me a sound check. Are you guys able to hear this audio? Get somebody in the chat to give me a sound check, man. Are you guys able to hear this sound on this video I was playing? All right. What's going on, Cal Mempo? What's up? We here at the Hangout spot on a Thursday night, rocking out. Hit that like, subscribe, and keep the chat going. All right, let me play another clip here.
Honestly speaking, I just feel like this part of my life is just life is life, and you know, LaManna not gonna take me away from my goals and my dreams. And I'll stand in the I'll stand in the paint. I don't know if he know what that means, but I'll stand in the paint with you.
What do you
Something ain't right with this dude, man. But let's get into a little bit of the confrontation here.
You know, there's a bigger fish to fry. And I just hope Thomas can go back to his family happy and ever after. But me, I'm not really focused on Thomas. I'm focused on what I do. Whatever I do is what's gonna get y'all it'll build, you know. I'm not look, I just want the best for you, Thomas.
So you hear this? He just wants the best for Thomas. So again, he was very, very cordial in the beginning part of this, but I feel very off. But he changes, man. He goes from 0 to 100 real quick. Shout out to my man Drake. Oh shit. Yeah,
I
man.
just want the best for you.
All
I
right.
don't mean no harm. I just want the best for you.
All right. Thank you for the.
So he just wants the best for him. Now let's go a little bit further when it starts to get spicy up in here.
Say it again.
You know, you've had 2 fights in the last 5
Shout out to Sean Zattel, man. His question kind of got things rolling, bro.
years. If you were at, let's say you're at 100% when you knocked out Julian Williams or when you beat Derevianchenko, what are you at right now compared to then? And what were you at for the Jose Benavidez fight, you feel?
Right now, technically, honestly speaking, I'm back at 100%. Like, I feel stronger, I feel better, I feel no, I'm fully back. Like, the team is better. Everybody around me is like understanding. Like, I feel like everything is coming into place like perfectly. You know, like Houston back on my back. Like, I got them on my back. I could carry them.
Let's go a little further.
Like, not have to deal with that no more. So, like, he back. So
that shit don't bother, bro.
remember
I don't
all
give a
that
fuck,
shit you
bro. What
talking
you
about.
talking about?
All that shit you talking about. I'm like if when I knock you out, you out, I'm a stomp on your ass.
All right, we'll see. Are we gonna see? We're gonna see.
So keep talking. Keep running your mouth, Mister. Keep running your mouth. Watch. I'm gonna show you.
That's what he say.
I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. You can't fuck with me. I'm gonna show you.
All right, Sean, did you have one more question or no?
Yeah, and thank you, Jermall. Thomas, you know, you've talked about your rebuild. You've won 9 fights in a row.
You're too emotional, champ. Well, go ahead, Sean.
I'm gonna show you how much emotional I am.
All right, you're right. Go ahead, Sean. I'm sorry, bro.
Yo, man. Like I said, bro, something wasn't right, man. Let me know what y'all think in the chat, man. We got my man back up in the building here, though. What's going on, Cornflake? What's poppin'? Long time no see. I was just showing the audience, the viewers, the clips of that, and I just want everybody's opinion. You know, I want to know if I'm off base here, man. But something wasn't right with homeboy, man. And it looks like, you know, we got people that agree. We got a couple that may not. But yeah. So, you know, very eventful regardless. I mean, listen, you know, that shouldn't really concern you. That, you know, you got to worry about your preparation. You know, you got a job to do. He's got a job to do. At the end of the day, he's a professional. And his job is to prepare to win and give a good fight. So, you know, but I know in the past few weeks we've had some conversations, and you know, you've felt disrespected, and rightfully so, man, because this is what the world of boxing does, and I don't like it, but it's a part of it, right? You know, they want to pit two guys together. I get it, but then you know, it's one thing to put two guys in the same card, but then it's another thing on going social by telling everybody, well, if he beats him and he beats him, you know, we're gonna put a fight together with them too, kind of disrespecting the other people that they're fighting, right? And like I said earlier to my community, you know, the other fighters are professionals. They train hard. They get paid too. They come to win. So it's not fair, but it's the world of boxing, unfortunately. So I know that pissed you off. And today, you kind of went out there again because there was a question that was thrown out there about potentially a Caleb Plant Charlo fight. And you kind of jumped in there and you had some words with Caleb. Your phone back there. You had some words with Caleb. What the hell was that all about, man?
Honestly, bro, that was like a misunderstanding for real because yeah, you're right. Everything you just said. Because interviewer brought it up, and I've made it abundantly clear to the PBC you know, the people that set up that listen, right? As soon as somebody asks that or starts going towards that fucking taking that angle, I will I will say something. Okay. Thankfully, you know, even, you know, the interviewers, I'm sorry, the reporters that were on me and Jermall's segment, or a portion, was, you know, they didn't ask about it. Jake Donovan is a true pro. Sean Zattel and somebody else, I don't know the other gentleman. Nobody mentioned it, right? But nobody's stupid either. Like, we get it. Okay, like, all right, we totally get that. That's what it is, okay? But we're not talking about that right now. I won't allow that. You know what I mean? Y'all ain't gonna disrespect me like that. Okay. So yeah. Somebody asked Caleb the question, and realistically, respectfully, bro, like I interjected on Caleb's thing on his interview. That was not right. I shouldn't have done that. Okay. But I just had to make that known. And I own that. That was my fuck up. And he obviously reacted how he reacted, and I wouldn't say right, you know, 50-50, rightfully so. But then, like, I just felt he just kept going, trying to like sum me or something. I think that was what maybe Ness was maybe on. So like he wasn't going to sum me, where it's like, you know, he just kept going about like shut the fuck up, shut the fuck, like, dude, like, yo, who the fuck you talking to, bro? And like me and Caleb are cordial. We're cool. Like we've, you know, met a handful of times. There's been a lot. It's nothing. It's nothing, to be fair, right? It's and it probably is nothing. It's whack. It's stupid, right? But I just felt like he had to keep going. He had to like get that upper hand because he's like that big bad wolf because he smacked somebody once. You feel me? Like, bro, what? I mean, like, so with that being said, man, it was like it really wasn't nothing serious. It was a misunderstanding. Truthfully, I was only thing I did wrong to Caleb was interfere and interject on his interview. But I was talking to Ron Goodall. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like don't do that. Don't do that. We're not doing that. And anybody that wants to ask that same dumbass question or bring up that same damn dumbass narrative about Jermall and Caleb Plant, no, we're not talking about.
He might have gotten a phone call. Yeah, either that or he cut off real quick. Can you hear me, champ? We got Coach Brian Norman in the building. What's going on, Coach? Thanks for joining us here, Coach. Mental Warfare. Can you hear me, Cornflake? He's having technical difficulties. We'll get him back in a second. Yeah, we talking about that thing with Caleb Plant, man, because I'm gonna show y'all that in a little while as well. Because you know, Cornflake has been getting a lot of questions and it's been annoying. And I was actually there on Friday at Caribbean Royale. We were both there, and somebody was interviewing him, and they asked him that question. And he kind of shut the dude down. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it seems like everybody is looking past him. You know, and again, you know, he's a fighter. He's a fighter with pride. he got to fight this dude. So, there's a respect factor. There's questions that you should be asking. And then there's other questions that obviously, the fighters are going to take, offense to. They're people as well. Let me see. We get them back. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, my bad,
Yeah.
bro.
No, you
I'm
you
getting
broke
mad.
up a little bit. We got Coach Brian Norman Sr. up in the building, bro, checking us out, man. He said mental warfare. That's what it's all about. Shout out to you, Coach, man. Thanks for rocking out here at the Hangout spot. So I was gonna ask you, and I think you
Yo,
alluded to that.
Brian Norman, he know what I'm about. I sparred his son. He know, he knows shit not sweet.
Yeah. No, no doubt.
He knows shit ain't sweet. His son can punch, bro. His son can
He
punch.
can punch, right?
He got
Hold on a
heavy.
second. Coach, what up, John? What up, Coach? You're in the building. You heard that, right? Cornflake said that Norman can punch. Norman Jr. can punch, right? You guys were in the ring together. You shared the ring and sparring, right? Yeah, man. He said you solid, man. he said you solid. He said appreciate it, dog. Nah, that's what's up. But so that's what I was gonna ask you, because it seemed like y'all ain't had no beef. Like y'all was cool before that, and I think you tried to say that, and Caleb said it, but then Caleb got bullyish right there.
Yeah. I mean that's whack. Like that was like he clearly said it. Like, yo, bro, like we're cool. Like it's nothing but right. Like it ain't nothing. It's probably nothing still to this day. That's why I ain't even. It is what it is. Like he just wants the fucking upper hand because whatever reason he don't want to get sunned, and bro, it's all good. Like I was just on Boxing Scene and I seen like I think the same fucking reporter wrote 2 stories and basically just dogged the shit out of me because he's probably a fucking fanboy for both of them. Bro, it's all good. I totally understand where we're at, what's going on. I understand what they're building. That doesn't mean that we're gonna fucking talk about it. Not around me. We're not doing that. Resendiz might not give a fuck. You know what I mean? Yeah, so like if I'm there, don't bring that shit up around me, bro, because I'm gonna say something. That doesn't mean I'm not no big bad wolf. I can't, you understand me? I can't force you to say or not say anything. I'm just telling you it's not fucking happening around me, bro. So yeah, like, that's my only thing. Like I just think that's whack for real.
Yeah, man, it was crazy. And then another thing with these virtual things was they'll mute you. So it's like you trying to talk and say something, and they just muted you out. They muted you out.
And then they kicked me off.
They kicked you
and
off?
then they kicked me off. Yeah, the second time they kicked me off, bro. I mean, and by the way, and look, bro, like it wasn't going to be it's really not that deep, bro. Like it's really not that deep. Like I'm not going to lose sleep over it. I don't give a fuck. I'm not fighting Caleb Plant. I'm not fighting him. He's not fighting me, right? And that's it. So, and to be fair, he like a professional that he is, that's like same with me. I'm trying to just keep a professional. He was just talking too fast, but he was like, what do you say? Something he alluded to like, I know how to answer the question. Hold on, bro.
Yeah. We're here with Thomas Cornflake LaManna. He's in the building talking about today's press conference.
Yeah,
go ahead.
so like he's a professional, and he alluded to, he was like, I know how to answer the question, and he said it right. Like basically, when I beat Resendiz, like he's supposed to say, and if you beat Jermall, like he's also supposed to say, yeah. I mean, I'm sorry, if Jermall beats you, like what he's supposed to say, we're gonna, like they're setting us up to fight. I get it. Okay, so. And again, like, maybe it was just one of them. Again, my interjection was not geared towards him. It just so happened to be on his time, which I understand why he's upset. So I get that, and I apologize. And it's like, all right, cool. But then, let's just dead it right there. Then, like, because now you keep going, you keep talking about that. Shut the fuck up. Oh, like you just doing too much, bro. You trying to get your ego sucked or some bullshit. Pause. Like, nah, we not doing that, bro. We're not doing that. So
Yeah. No, I heard you say that. He asked you that again. You said that again. But yeah, he came out his face first and whatever, telling you shut the fuck up and all this other stuff. But it is what it is. I mean, but you brought up a good point about stuff that they're saying today. How difficult is it? Are you one of those fighters that look at social media, during fight camps? You want to know what's being said out there. There's a lot of fighters that just shut that shit out. They don't want to fuck with it.
Yeah.
Are you one of those that shut it out, or you one of those every day that's like, I want to hear what's being said?
Yeah, nah, I shut that shit out, bro. I shut that shit out. Yeah, I mean, like, I shut it out, bro. I used to be all into that, and like, then I realized that I get too caught up, and I give a fuck about what people say. Like, bro, I'm fighting Jermall Charlo, and y'all mad as shit, but you still gonna fucking watch it. You're still gonna fucking watch it. And I used to give a fuck about people's opinions. And you wanna know what's crazy? I'm getting mad love this time. Like when I do peep, like they just asked me to collab on some shit. Whatever. I'll take the views. I'll take the fucking. I mean, I got a show Sunday. I'm a promoter too, like right. So I'll take it. Fuck it. And the comments are coming in, and I had to finally turn the fucking notifications off. But yeah, like I'm getting some love for fucking once, So yeah, man. I mean, you look, it is what it is, bro. The fans make the sport, right? So like I'm all for it, bro. Johnny, I'm just living in the moment, my guy. Hey, I'm just living in the moment, man. I'm living in the moment. I said I think personally and professionally I shouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying? Personally and professionally I shouldn't be here. And I am. And so, I'm taking it I'm taking full advantage of it. And I'm just living in the moment.
That's what's up, man. If you carved yourself out of a very, very good career, solid career, man, with a lot of names on your resume, and obviously the story is not over yet. This is a big opportunity, to shock the world. Like I was telling my viewers earlier, there's not going to be a lot of people that are going to pick you because of the Charlo name, right? They're not considering, what's been happening the last couple of years with him mentally. That's a big part of it. They're just, the undefeated guy, before this whole shit went down. So you're definitely going in as the underdog, but how will this all change you if you're able to pull this off and shock everybody?
Yeah, man.
Is that one of those? Is that one of those that you feel like will reignite you to continue, or is that one of those moments where you're like, you know what, I dropped the mic?
I don't know, man, bro. Look, let's get through the fight first. I don't really think past that, man. I mean, we all know my story. We all know the highs and lows. We all know that, and I'm just blessed to be here. And like I said, Johnny, I'm just living in the moment, man. I'm just living in the moment. And May 31st in Vegas, live on Amazon against a big name on a co-main event, right? It's a blessing, bro. I can't even sit here and bullshit, bro. It's a blessing, and I'm gonna take full advantage for sure.
I'm happy for you, brother. That's it. I'm
Thank
happy
you.
for you. Like I said, man, there's been a lot of frustrations, trials, tribulations, ups and downs, but this is an opportunity for you to go, to culminate, right? To make it all that you've been through for a reason, right? So I'm happy for you, man, and I'm pulling for you. Somebody in the chat, I believe, asked training camp. How's that going? Have you started? And if not, when are you starting? Or are you in the middle of it? I know I did see you. You're taking a little, we're spending a little bit of time with the family, which is right. What's going on with training? How's that working out?
Training's great, bro. Yeah, we were in Florida for a week, but I was training every day. Got my work in. I made sure of it. We had to adjust. And but people, I think people fail to realize, bro, like this Charlo fight's been since the end of September. At the end of September. So like it doesn't mean I've been training hard for since end of September. It just means that, it's been on our radar, and March 1st was supposed to happen. And so we were in camp for that, and then, it canceled. I'm sorry, got postponed. And then so we, it took like a week off because like fuck, but then I was still in good shape. I was like, I asked my team, like, listen, we don't want to waste the camp. Shout out to Danny Garcia and Mike Farrell for putting me on a card that they did in Philly. And I was able to fight in Philly, so I didn't waste the camp. And since then, it's funny, like I just got back into promoting. I was like, yeah, like, all right, so now the fight's over. I was pretty certain that the fight with Jermall was off, like, entirely because of whatever. Okay. And plan my show, all that good stuff. And then I get a call from Louis DeCubas. And those are the calls you don't not answer, right? And he was like, "Yo, fuck you doing?" I'm like, "Nah, what's up?" Like, what you got? And so he mentioned it, brought it up, and dude, yeah, it was simple. It was like it was signed within 3-4 days after. But by that time, bro, we had and I was in the gym always. Like, I love running. Running's my peace. Running's like my sanity and stuff. So like, I like to get out and run and stuff. Okay, but um uh I was always like staying in shape, whatever. I wasn't really sparring because I don't get into all sparring while I'm not in camp or prepping for a fight. And yeah, we got to it. But I already had scheduled a show, which is this Sunday. I've already did all that. The vacation was already set, or the Florida was already set for after the March fight. It was booked way before the March fight, and then that was gonna be like our getaway. And okay, so I wasn't gonna my kid wasn't gonna suffer. I was able to adjust. We trained out there anyway, so like I didn't lose nothing. Like I didn't train for a week. It's crazy. Okay, and it's been good. So camp. To long story short, camp's been cool. Uh, uh, I'm damn near on weight. I feel strong. I feel good. My conditioning's good. We're gonna start sparring heavy next week and make the adjustments. We're gonna make the adjustments as needed.
That's awesome, bro. That's awesome. Again, I'm here with middleweight contender Thomas Cornflake LaManna. Big fight, May 31st. Jermall Charlo and him are gonna go at it. I think it's gonna be a great fight. It's gonna be on a great card. Caleb Plant is also on that card against Jose Armando Resendiz. That's gonna be the main event. And I'm looking forward to it, man. Wish you nothing but the best. But there's a lot of good things that have been going on with you that I want to also get you to touch on as well. Your promotion company, I thought it was a really, really big deal. I sent you a big congratulations. Just signed a TV deal with DAZN. Is that right?
Yeah, man. I mean, this is our first event Sunday with DAZN. Thank you. Shout out to DAZN for. I mean, listen, it is the hotbed of boxing. It is the home of
Let them know the
boxing.
promotion, bro. Ring Star, bro. Let them know, man.
Yeah, Rising Star, baby.
Rising Star
Rising
Promotion.
Star,
Yeah,
baby.
Rising
Yeah.
Star Promotion.
Rising Star Promotions, man. This is our 10th year. December 5th will be 10 years that we've been promoting. So this is year 10 of 2000. You know what I mean? So December 5th, 2015. That was our first official show. I've been in the back end of promoting stuff years before then. You know what I'm saying? With different companies. Shout out to, believe it or not, Samson Lukowicz was. I worked for him as an intern. That was my first gig working for Samson. When Javier Fortuna was like popping. You know what I mean? And which is dope. Yeah, December 5th, like I said, 10 years for Rising Star, our first big major platform deal, you know what I'm saying? And then June 21st, actually, we're co-promoting with Top Rank for a show in Prudential Center in Newark with Vito Monicki in the headliner. And then we just announced today Lorenzo Simpson against Jahai Tucker in the co-main. Crazy fight. Crazy fight. Yeah, man. So I'm blessed, like I said, but but I've also been telling the people around me, I wouldn't say it's selfishly or not, definitely not arrogantly. Okay, that's a bad word. I'm far from arrogant. But I feel like, I finally, man, like we're getting some just due. We're getting some we're getting, what's the right word? Like some man, some credit, some love, some, we're doing something finally.
Just about
just
hits it.
do. Yeah, I feel like we're getting our just due with, the whole with DAZN, with the ESPN, collabing with Top Rank. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, we were collabing with OTX Overtime, but Kurt Scooby's fight just fell off for this Sunday. But I mean, it's boxing, man. It's a club show boxing at its finest. That people who only watch, they only watch the Conor Ben, Chris Eubanks of the world, the main event fights. They don't see these club shows as grassroots. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just in a happy spot in my boxing career as a whole, both in and outside in and outside of the ring. And I can't forget to say, actually, Sunday, will be in collaboration with Boots as well, Jerron Ennis. With his,
Really?
he has 2 fighters on the show. You know what I mean? He's a good friend of mine. We train together. Bozy always shows love, and well, he shows love and he always helps me out when I'm there training with them or whatever. Bozy was training me for a couple fights. To be fair, the commute was just a little bit too much for me every day. But yeah, man, it's just I'm in a great position, man. I'm very happy. I don't want to take it for granted. And I obviously know that beating Jermall, it 10x's not only me as a fighter, but Rising Star as well. So there's a lot that could benefit off of a win. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, I'm just excited to be in. Like I said, Johnny, I'm living in the moment, bro. Just living in the moment, not getting too ahead of myself, and taking it one day at a time, figuring it out, and thanking God every day because it's big blessings.
Bro, I'm happy for you, man. Like I said,
Thank
man,
you.
good things happen to good people.
Amen.
You seem to be in a good place, man. We got a chance to like chop it up, in person.
Yeah,
You're my guy, and you've been here a few times. We've never met face to face until this weekend,
yeah.
and it was dope. It was a dope experience, man. And you just seem happy, man. And congratulations because that's a big deal. That's a big deal, and it also sets you up, like you said, right? You can't fight forever. Well, I've
So
always
it's
said you can't fight forever.
so I don't mean to interrupt. It's life after boxing.
Life after boxing.
So it's life after boxing for sure. The good thing about me is like I just have a crazy story, and and it's been documented a million times. People know that people know me more as a promoter than a fighter. To be fair, it's wild, wild. But the good thing is, I don't know, call it 2 years from now, a year from now, 2 years, whatever, that I am when I am done. It's 12 years of promoting experience. 12 years of, whatever, 12, 11, 13 years of promoting experience. The Zone, ESPN, collaboration with this guy, that guy. So it's like, so when I am done, I don't have to start from ground zero and feel,
Good point.
you know what I'm saying? And I don't have to start from ground zero. And that's what I'm happy what Boots is doing now. Babe, I'm almost on 2 minutes. Okay. Sorry. I'm actually excited. That's what Boots is doing now, where it's like, bro, he's on top of the world right now. Literally, he's on top of the world. Okay, unified champion, pound for pound, top whatever, right? So, and now he wants to get in on the promoting, and for him to choose to work with me and want to only work with me, that's big. That's big. You understand? Like that's big. And it means a lot.
No, that's absolutely dope. And what about and again, I'm here with Thomas Cornflake LaManna. He's in the building. I know you probably got to wrap it up.
Yeah. Hold up.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
I just got a one more or whatever.
Yeah.
But have you ever thought about again? This is a big deal with the whole DAZN deal. So hopefully it grows into it flourishes, right? It continues to grow and nurture and get bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
Have you ever considered like maybe working with Danny? I know you've worked on one of his. You fought on one of Danny Garcia. He's also again a new promoter. That could potentially learn a lot from you that's been in the business for so long. Do you guys plan on working together maybe perhaps in the future?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. So it might be something that might be thought about, but you can't really talk about, right? Okay. Listen, I can read between the lines, bro. I can read between the lines, bro. Who you talking to here? All right. That's what's up. I mean, it makes sense. It makes perfect sense. For my viewers, I want my viewers to know something, right? So I don't know if you guys remember last time I had Cornflake on, man. He tried to throw something at me, right? There was a fight that was in the works, and I don't think it was Jermall. It was somebody else with the hints that you were giving me, right? and you were like, yo, it's gonna be better than Jermall, and it might be somebody that you might be excited with, and then you threw out a hint of Northeast.
And you couldn't guess it.
And I couldn't guess it but on the show, but then I text you and I
And
said,
what'd I
I
say?
think I know who it is.
And what did I say?
You shut me down. You said it
All
wasn't.
right then. All right.
So
then.
so for my viewers, I was like, yo, you getting it on with Danny Garcia, bro? Because that's what I thought. You know what I'm saying? You guys that worked in the same car, whatever. But anyway, he shut me down. He shut me down and whatever, right? And I believe him because he's my guy. I don't think he would lie to me. Can you tell me who it was then?
I signed an NDA.
What is it? Non-disclosure? All right, so can you tell me off the record, and I won't share it with my viewers?
No. I mean, look, it's not. Listen, here's the truth, right? It's funny.
I should have never said that live, right?
I mean, Jake mentioned it today, like, you know, because he was, you know, insinuating and assuming some other names as well, and he's asked me off the record. Jake's my guy, and he asked me, you know, why Jermall, whatever. So
why not?
Yeah, yeah. I mean that too. You know, it's why not. But yeah. I mean, and I answered it, I think, pretty clear. It's like, you know, he's a big name, big opportunity, and why not? You know what I'm saying? It's yeah, it kind of is like, why not? As long as it happens, you know. So we'll see.
But he wanted to circle back on that, is what you mean, right?
Say it again.
He wanted to circle back on that opportunity, right? That's what it was.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But the question was like, yo, basically, Flake, we spoke off record. You had options, and why Jermall? Yeah. So, yeah.
All right, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. So yeah, this Sunday, you know, the 26th, your first card. I'm excited for you.
27.
You know, it's gonna be on the Zone. I got a subscription, so you know I'm gonna be rocking out.
Yeah, Sunday 27th. 27th.
I thought Sunday was the 26th.
No, that's Ben Eubank is the 26th.
Oh, Ben Eubank. Yeah, I've been talking about
which is good because you know, maybe we can get a little bit of love on that segment. Basically, hey, tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon, So yeah, man, it's dope. Yeah, I'm actually.
They have been throwing it up on the last one that I saw last week. They threw it up on the screen. They threw like all the upcoming telecasts.
Yeah, it was dope.
I saw that.
It was too bad it's a different fight now, but yeah.
Well, they jacked up the fight.
So, you know, our first main event was Jonathan Montreal, Mac Allison, two crossroads fight between two people, which was, you know, that was a good fight. Montreal, who we signed, fractured his hand, so he had to pull out. Then we, in a matter of a day, but it took them 5 fucking years to get simple shit in order, which is whack. But, we were able to, with Ludabella and OTX, to get Kurt Scooby on the card. Kurt Scooby was fighting Jesus Vasquez, who, you know, he pulled out. That's all, you know, whatever. You know, he pulled out a couple of days ago, and, you know, we just couldn't find a replacement to fight Kurt on such short notice, especially in the main event. Then we opted to make him not the main event, just on the undercard, just to fight because he wanted to fight. And it was just too... At this point, it was just too late. So we upped now Thomas Blumenfeld, who's a real nasty blue chip prospect, man. Cute southpaw style, like he's like pick, and he taps you and he runs. He's not runs. He's not like a runner, but he's a boxer. Like I said, southpaw, crazy head movement, pulls. Wow, pause. Good defensive movement, you know what I'm saying? He's just, you know, real slick. He's fighting another undefeated fighter, Christopher Rodriguez from Miami. Good fight. 2 undefeated guys. Thomas is 8-0. Rodriguez is 13-0-1. It's, you know, it's a good 8-round fight. I believe it's at 147. I think it's at 40, or maybe a catch rate at 45. I don't know, one of them. And but it's, you know, I'm really interested in that. You know, we got a couple good guys on the undercard. A lot of local guys, you know, predominantly all local guys. Like I said, Boots has Ish Muhammad and Dennis Thompson on the card. They fought on all Boots' card outside of his last fight in Atlantic City, because obviously they're fighting this. They couldn't fight that close. Ish and Boots are their best friends. DJ is a great fighter, great young fighter, I should say. He's young. He's 20 years old, 19, 20 years old. They're in the gym with Boots every day, man. And Boots, I don't know if you've seen, he's in the, on social media posting their stories. He supports them. He does the pads. He does everything. Boots really supports his fighters. And for these guys to have a promoter like Boots with his stature today, and his fuck around, his whole level of everything, his how good he is, whatever, that's good. It's good shit. Elvina White, a young lady from Los Angeles who's managed by Sinicia Estrada, who will also be broadcasting the event, which is pretty dope. Sinicia Estrada, former,
big time.
undisputed, yeah, but you know what I mean. So she'll be in the crowd. You know what I'm saying?
That's
She'll be
dope.
supporting. Yeah, man. Like I said, the son of former heavyweight champion Bruce Seldon Jr. is on the card.
Jr. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So and again, just young up and coming guys. You know what I mean? Rex Presidential making his pro debut. Kirk Bargamento making his pro debut. We got 2 debuts. Juan Sanchez Jr., who's making his second pro fight. My kid Gabriel Garina. That's my heart, man. I love that kid. He's one of my fighters with Rising Star. I can't believe I forgot Gabe Garina. You know what I mean? He's 7-1. He's looking to come back. He's fighting a kid from Miami. He's 5-1-1. So that's gonna be a good fight. Yeah, man. So the card is looking good, man. Card's really good. It's club show boxing on the zone. That's been my motto. That's been my pitch to the zone, where it's like, hey, we love seeing Eubank Ben. We love seeing Usyk Fury, or I mean, we love seeing Joshua Ngannou, whatever the fuck, right? But how about Thomas Blumenfeld, who nobody knows about, but you will and you should, because he's the next. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, which is pretty dope. So and the fact of Boots being able to showcase his guys is mad dope as well. So yeah, man, it's gonna be a good night. Oh no, a good day, good afternoon, good evening, early
Tell my
evening.
viewers, what time does that start Eastern Standard Time?
On the zone, 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, right? In Jersey, on the East Coast. 3 o'clock on YouTube. We're gonna have 3 prelim fights on the Rising Star YouTube page. Yeah, I mean, yeah, just what I mean. It's because we can't cram all 10 in. And yeah, it's gonna be dope though. It's gonna be really dope. It's gonna be really dope. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to Sunday. I'm looking forward for it to be over. I'm looking forward for it to be a success, and then right back to the gym Monday, and then the real fun. Yeah,
I had to give you a few, man. I'm so happy for you, man. I'll be tuned in, and that's a good time too for a Sunday.
Yeah. I mean, that's what we try to do. Yeah, it's perfect time. Nothing's going on. You probably settling in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like watch some boxing if you want to. Yeah. So we'll see what happens.
And when do you do the weigh-ins for that? Do you do it on Saturday?
Yeah, Saturday I won. Mm-hmm.
And are you gonna be like Eddie Hearn, like right in the middle and stuff when they weigh in?
Nah, probably. Nah. I mean, I used to I don't know, man. Nah, I'm gonna be sitting down chilling, man. I'll probably be in, bro. Deadass. I'll probably come to the weigh-in in my gym clothes, man. I'll probably come straight from the gym. Bro, I'm on the schedule, right? So it's like it is what it is. I got a dope team that really helps me, led by my mother, who's my everything, man. She leads the squad. You know what I'm saying? Multiple logistical people. I have a pretty dope matchmaker who's been a friend of mine, a former partner of mine in a series that we've done in Washington D.C. Beltway battles. So it's like it's everything's it's good. So yeah, I might fuck around, come to the weigh-in in my gym clothes. So and I'm not getting in in no pictures. So I got my guy Alex, who's like my right hand man with shit, in Rising Star, that I'm a give him some light. Give him some light, because you never know, man. When I beat Jermall, it might be adios, hasta mañana. You never fucking know.
So now that you say that, if the Jermall thing goes down, like, you gonna forget my number? You gonna stop taking my calls? Is that how it works?
No. For sure I won't. No. I'm not like that. But I could tell you what, I'm gonna fuck around and fight Canelo. I could tell you that much.
Let's get it, baby. Let's fucking get it. You do that, and now I'm there. I'm there. I
fight Canelo. I have the best career in boxing.
Yeah, Yeah, arguably. Listen, bro, I actually want to be there for May 31st. I'm gonna hit you up. I'm gonna see maybe if I could swing something. Get a credential up in there and come and represent.
I love her, bro. I mean, they it seems that who is it? Swanson, Kelly Swanson. She runs shit. She's a pro. Her team's they're top tier, right? So you got a platform, you got a dope platform. So it's like, yeah, you're doing more promoting for me than them. I had to check them about that fucking artwork. The
I
couple
know,
hours later.
like, what's up with that? That shit, yeah. Like, I didn't even want to put it on the thumbnail, but yo, it is what it is. That's what's out there, man.
Yeah, but I mean, they gave us
It
our
could look
own.
a little bit better.
Yeah, but they gave us our own with me and Mercedes on it because and I'm not saying it came from me, by the way. Like I'm sure they maybe even had it done forever. They just whatever for whatever reason didn't post it, whatever. But again we wasn't doing that, bro. They were
Yeah,
hey
I
share
post.
this, share that. Fuck out of here.
Nah, I on my thumbnail, I posted the one with the 4 faces, but before that, it was just the 2 faces. And again, this is what boxing does. This is what boxing does, and this is why it upsets the other fighters, man. It's just not right, but it is what it is. They made it right. They put it on there. I put it on my thumbnail as well. But like I said, I'm gonna keep in touch with you because I'm thinking about maybe swinging by. You know, we'll see. We'll see if I get that cred or whatever, and we'll get it popping. But I definitely want to hit up one of your cards. In in the Northeast, go back visit some family, get a cred, hit up one of your cards. I think it'll be dope. I want to support as well, man. I love what you're doing.
Thank you, bro.
And continued success, man. And get back in the gym and get ready, man. And
Oh
give
yeah,
us a great
we here,
fucking
man.
show,
Yeah.
bro. Give us
I
a
can't
great
wait.
fucking show, bro.
I can't wait, bro. We're gonna shop the world, bro. Hey, we're gonna shop the world, you heard?
And I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna short
That's
this
it,
shit.
that's
And I'm
that.
gonna let everybody know when the shit happens, bro. You know I'm rocking with you. You family. You my bro, bro. You family.
Say that.
You family. You my bro. I'm always rocking with you. Thick and thin. You know the deal.
Motherfucker. Say that.
Yeah, so I guess I'll let you go because I know family, family calls or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go put my daughter to sleep.
Yeah. I wanted to get, but we'll talk. I wanted to get your take on a couple other things, but we could do that another time. It's
Go
not all
ahead.
right.
Give me a couple minutes. Go ahead.
I just wanted to get a quick take on next week, bro. Next week, fucking weekend is going to be absolutely insane. You got the first fight in the middle of the street in Times Square. They're setting up a ring there.
Yeah.
You got Ryan Rowley, you got Devin Ramirez, you got Tio Barboza. Saturday, you got Canelo against Skull, trying to go undisputed for the second time at 168, and then Sunday you got Inouye. Talk to me real quick. How do you think it goes down on Friday? Ryan and Rowley,
Ryan by knockout.
Devin and Ramirez.
Tough fight, but I think I favor Devin. I think Devin's gonna win. Okay. If Devin didn't have the experience that he had in his last fight with Ryan and getting, punched on pretty bad, it would be a clear cut because stylistically, okay, but it's a tough fight that I believe Devin, wins comfortably. Boxing. I mean, he has one of the best jabs in boxing and good ring IQ and has a massive gas tank. So, I mean, and Ramirez, who is a great fighter, former champion. He's a smaller guy. I mean, so is Devin, to be fair, but Olympian, all that good shit. That's a slept on fight, but again, I think Devin edges it. No, I'm sorry, not edges it. He gets it done.
And what about Teofimo Lopez and Arnold Barboza, which is turning into a grudge match?
I know, yeah. So Teofimo, I mean, Barboza has the momentum going. Tio doesn't. Tio doesn't have the momentum. He hasn't fought in forever, but Tio is so gifted, man. He's so gifted. I favor Tio to win. Duke could fight. He could box. He could fight. He could obviously punch. But like I said, it's hard to beat a man who's confident. That's what I always said about Tevin Farmer when he had his run of when he was a champion and he was confident, bro. It was very hard to beat him because he's confident. And once you're confident, you believe in yourself, it's hard to beat a man like that. I call Tio and a good fight. Not one-sided, but a good fight.
Speaking of Tevin, what did you think of his last performance? Did you think they got the decision right against Cepeda?
Bro, I still didn't watch it.
Oh, you didn't watch it?
That's my boy. He lives 5 minutes from me, so like, we're very close. And yeah, I still haven't watched it, bro. But I do. I owe it just because I want to, because I've heard two, obviously A and a B on how the fight was, so I want to watch it for sure.
He showed a lot of dog in that fight, man.
Yeah.
A lot of dog. I thought he won the first fight. Obviously, we wanted a rematch, man. I fuck with Tevin. I gotta shout you out. Maybe you can help me get Tevin up in here too.
Okay. Yeah, man. I'll call him. He's that's no problem.
Tevin's a
Same with
good
Vito.
dude.
Same with Vito.
Yeah,
No problem.
yeah, we got to do. Yeah, we definitely got to get Vito going. Before his fight, that'd be dope. And then, do you think? Obviously, I guess the whole world is picking Canelo on Saturday to go undisputed 2 times. Yeah, no questions about that. What about Munguia and Saras in the rematch? Do you think Munguia gets that right?
Yeah, I think that was a fluke. Fluke. Yeah.
Cool. And then we got anyway.
But it's boxing. But
it's boxing, bro.
But it's boxing. Shit happens, and it's like, fuck it. You know what I mean? But yeah, and then in a way, yeah, he's in a way he's like one of my favorite fighters, bro. So like, whoever he's fighting, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, he's a
I'm
beast.
rocking with NOA. Yeah, I'm rocking with NOA.
Sunday's gonna be good. Sunday's gonna be good. This weekend with obviously your card we'll be checking out. Then obviously next weekend, with NOA making his return to the United States, fighting in Vegas for the first time in years. It's gonna be dope, man. Boxing is starting to freaking really, really take off, and then it obviously culminates at the end of May. Make sure y'all check out my man Thomas Cornflake LaManna. May 31st against Jermall Charlo. It's a can't miss fight. You got Caleb Plant on the card as well. It's gonna be crazy, man. I'm rooting for you, man.
We're
rocking out with you here at the Hangout spot, bro.
I know that. All right, man. Yeah, man. So as we get closer, stay in touch, all right?
Yeah, no, definitely. We talk all the time. We gonna stay in touch and share your stuff with me so I can share it on there. Yo, we gonna get it popping. We're gonna get it popping.
My man, appreciate it, bro.
All right, my brother. Take care, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, you got it, man. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Thomas Cornflake LaManna. I think it's going to be interesting, man. We talked at length about today's virtual press conference, and I showed y'all some video, man. And I apologize. I couldn't really keep up with the chat, man, because y'all was popping. But I do want to shout out PinkCar06 with the $2 super chat.
Straight cash, homie.
I appreciate the donation, man. You know the deal, man. I mean, unfortunately, like I said, I can't really sift through the entire chat while I'm doing an interview and pay attention to the person I'm interviewing when there's this many people on. I was scanning through it, obviously. Nestor Gibbs was on here from the Boxing Voice. There was a couple of questions that I know he had. We had spoken before about him obviously asking some questions because he wanted to get Cornflake onto the Boxing Voice as well. So I made sure I answered his. Obviously, Coach Brian Norman was in the building as well. And I actually happened to see that while I was skimming through. But the easiest way to be able to get a question in for any person that I interview when we got as many people in the chat is to just super chat it, man. Because, again, I see those messages. They come out as a colored message and as a starred message, actually, on a separate column. So I can pull those and I can make sure that those questions are read or those comments are read to the guest or to myself. Any donation, that anybody gives to the Hangout spot is much, much appreciated, man. But the chat was absolutely cooking. Again, Liz, PinkCar06, I appreciate the $2 super chat. But yeah, man, we had Coach Amelia's in the building as well. I appreciate you as well. OC the boss. I'm looking at Coach Norman. Coach Norman, you actually had a couple of other comments that I did not see. But some interesting take by Thomas Cornflake LaManna. He actually sparred against Brian Norman Jr., gave his take, said that Junior can crack. We all know that, right? A lot of people seem to believe that Junior may not be ready for the big boys. I happen to disagree with that. I think Junior is totally ready to take over this 147-pound division. Again, I rock with the Normans. Y'all can say I'm biased or not, but I do know talent, and I love what Brian Jr. brings to the table. So that's the fight that I want to see. I don't know, obviously, when that's going to happen. It's not about if it's going to happen. That fight will happen. It's just a matter of when it will happen. I will tell you that the rumors out there is that Brian Norman Jr. is probably going to take a next fight against a title defense, more than likely against Jin Zazaki. That's what's being reported out there. Nothing is finalized. But once it's finalized and it's out there, we'll obviously talk about that because I think that's a very, very good fight as well. Don't want that to slip under the radar. A lot of good stuff going on. The chat was cooking, man. You guys were going back and forth, man. I hope you guys enjoyed that interview. Like I said, I did play some audio on that virtual press conference, and again, I have my concerns, man. I think reading through some of the comments in the chat, as I was skimming through, trying to like look a little bit here and there while still paying attention, there were most of you guys that actually agreed with me that something was not right. But then there were a couple that said he's not drunk. He's always sounded like that. Like Isaiah WYD at Alberto, he's not drunk. He always sounded like that. I mean, listen, I'm not just it's not just the way the words were coming out. I'm kind of looking at his face, the way he was blinking his eyes. It was almost like he just woke up or something. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, where there's smoke, there's fire, right? We got to understand that Jermall has had issues in the past with this type of stuff. So, by no means am I trying to gossip or shit on him. I'm just giving my take of what I thought, it looked like. But I hope I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? I hope I'm wrong because at the end of the day, like I don't want anybody to go into the ring with any of those type of issues, man. We take mental health very, very seriously here at the Hangout spot. But you gotta get your shit together, man. If that's what it is, bro, this is a fight, and Cornflake is coming to win, bro. He's not coming to lie down. This could be a career defining moment for him. You heard him. He's got a lot going for himself in, with the whole promoting and stuff. A win over Jermall Charlo can with his career, over 40 some odd fights, fighting for over 14 years, promoting for 10 years, just had, Rising Star Promotions. His promotion company signed a TV deal with DAZN. Their first telecast is this Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Like he also said, they're doing an undercard on YouTube that starts on the Rising Stars YouTube channel that starts at 3 p.m. on a Sunday, which is a good time. There's no other boxing, I don't believe, this Sunday. Make sure we tune in and support, bro. If you have a subscription to DAZN, tune in. It's free. You got a lot of young, talented prospects. You heard what he said. You got Boots Ennis that has a couple of fighters on there as well. Bruce Seldon Jr., which is the son of former, heavyweight champion Bruce Seldon. He's going to be on the card. So a lot of good young talent. I love watching these prospect cards with young talent because you never know when you're going to see the next Floyd Mayweather, the next Sugar Ray Leonard, the next Manny Pacquiao, the next Canelo Alvarez, Terrence Crawford. You never know when you're going to see that guy. And you want to be able, at least me, I love to be able to say, wow, I saw that guy when he was on, a DAZN prospects card. I saw that guy when he was on Showtime After Dark. I saw that guy, when he was on, making his third fight at Pro Box. So I like it, and these guys come to fight. They're trying to make a name for themselves. Let's not forget they're not established. They're not making the type of money that all these other fighters are making at that point in their career. They are trying to work their way into making their careers very, very financially stable. When it comes to the world of boxing, it's not easy. It's not easy. So they got to fight their way through. And a lot of times they're fighting their way through to a lot of a tough competition that's also trying to do the same thing. So, it is what it is. But, we had Adrian 88 was going on, Charlo looking like he don't want to be there. No confidence or conviction when it speaks. Yeah, it just looked like, I don't know, like it was kind of weird to me. It was kind of weird to me, man. It was actually kind of weird to me, how that looked. But it is what it is. I got my guy, Adrian Rowan, was in the building. What's going on, Adrian? Appreciate you, man. I didn't see you earlier, man, but thanks for rocking out, man. Thanks for rocking out. We got my man Mayman in the building, CEO of Easy Bake Oven. What's going on, Chad? And shout out to all of Marco's viewers as well that are coming to rock out with the Hangout spot here on a Thursday night. Thursday night edition. We just had Cornflake LaManna in the building. It looks like from some of the chats that I'm looking at, you guys are a little bit more excited, or a lot of you guys are excited about that potential fight now, and potentially Cornflake giving everybody a shot, because nobody's really gonna pick him to win. Let's be honest. There's not gonna be a lot of people that are gonna pick him to win. But he's going out there to shock the world, and this is why you fight, right? You don't win fights on paper, you win them in the ring. Anything can happen in boxing. We saw it happen to Munguia against Bruno Suras. Totally cooking Suras that entire fight. Boom! Got slept. One shot. And here we are with the rematch. Is it going to happen again? You know what I'm saying? So, that's boxing. OC the boss. I saw you commenting there. You don't think that Charlo was drunk. Okay. Hey, listen, it could be me. He kind of talked like Zab. That was Coach Amelia. She was in there. I don't know, man. I don't know. You had Alberto saying, Cornflake, you got this, man. He food. You got my man, the Ox here. What's going on, champ? Welcome here on a Thursday night. Charlo was drinking that Mad Dog 2020.
This is nasty.
My man Fight Hook News said, nah, he definitely going through something. He's not right. He's finished in boxing. PBC got this man out here about to get cooked. I don't know, man. Let's see, man. Hopefully that's not the case, bro. Again, he's a professional fighter, bro. He's a professional fighter, bro. I like the energy record is nice too. From Coach, tell him people literally Don. People literally will say two different things at the same time. That's Coach Brian Norman, senior in the building. Yeah, man, you know the deal, Coach. You know the deal, bro. Everybody got something to say, man. Everybody got something to say. Jersey Bob, what's going on, man? I didn't see this comment. Are you going to get in his head and ask about his drinking problem? Are you talking about Cornflake or are you talking about Charlo? Because I was not aware that Cornflake had a drinking problem. If that's the case, Cornflake, were there any changes made to adjust for Charlo? I'm sorry, Unlace, again, man. I cannot sift through all these comments while I have an interviewer there. The easiest way to make sure and ensure that a question that you want to ask to any of my guests is asked, you got to super chat it, unfortunately, man. You got to super chat it. $2, $4, $5, whatever it is. Again, it's a donation to me, and I'm not sitting here saying that this is the sole reason why I do that. I love to get my chat involved. I do. You guys know the deal. There's shows that I do alone, and I will read through the entire chat, and we'll chop it up like we hanging out here all together at the Hangout spot, because this is how we do it up. But when I got a guest here, and now we're starting to get more and more viewers, more and more comments, it's harder for me to be able to see all these, sift through all the comments to pull out the questions and not read the comments. You got to super chat that. So I apologize. That would have been a good question to ask. So I do apologize, Unlaced, but I appreciate you rocking out with me here at the Hangout spot. If y'all haven't hit that like button, make sure y'all do that on Facebook Live. Hit that like button. Come along here to YouTube. Subscribe to the channel, bro. This is how we are doing it up here at the Hangout spot. And make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. And, we're not done. Like I said, Saturday, the 25th, man, the 26th. This Saturday, the 26th, we got a big fight going down overseas, man. Quest, what's going on, man? Salute Johnny and Thomas. Hopefully Thomas gets the upset. Yeah, man, we'll see. Charlo was trying to punk Thomas, but ain't giving Plant no energy after getting slapped. Quest, yeah, that's what I said. And I said that at the Boxing Voice because Ness said that. And my opinion was, you know what? Maybe he wasn't intoxicated when he stepped to Plant. Sometimes when people are intoxicated, they get that, they get that liquor power. Something set him off. I played it. In the beginning, he was kind of mellow tone, showing Thomas some respect. Then all of a sudden, it just changed, bro. It went Drake from 0 to 100, and he started cursing, and I'm going to fuck you up. I'm going to knock you out. You want to be the N-word. He went ballistic there, so good promotion, or is it because you got triggered because, again, you weren't in the right state of mind? Just something to think about, just something to think about, man. Ask LaManna, what crew is Victor Conte with? TW Serve 1. Again, if you want questions asked, man, the easiest way when the chat is cooking, and make sure that you super chat. I see those. They come up as a starred message, so I will definitely read those because I can see them. And, of course, if you are kind enough to make a donation to me, I'm going to make sure that I shout you out. And, more importantly, I get your question read to our guest, man. But he was on with some Philly guys earlier. You must be talking about Jersey Bob. You talking about Charlo or you talking about Cornflake? Belonga scared of Plant. Old School Bosky, what's going on? Appreciate you rocking out. Great show. Nah, listen, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you rocking out with me. Coach, you still in the building? They will know soon. Yeah, man. They will know, bro. They will know, bro. Hopefully, we get that announcement soon, man. Again, that's what's floating around. Nothing's official. But, Brian Norman Jr. more than likely is going to be getting back in the ring fairly soon. In June, we are hearing. More to come on that. Alberto and Johnny, let's keep the show rocking. You can fill in the late night spot, TVB in the morning, Two-Tone in the afternoon, and you at night. That's the plan, man. That's the plan, man. Eventually, like I said, we still continue to get our viewerships up. We gonna go 4 nights a week. We may go Monday through Friday, bro. If we can rock out, but it's up to y'all, man. Y'all gotta help me out. Y'all gotta tell friends, subscribe. Let's get this viewership up. I love doing this. I can do this every single day. You know, I love to have my guest on, and I will continue to have my guest on next week. You know, we got a guest lined up, another prospect. I've had him on the show. He just won, Ebenezer Stuntman Griffin. He's going to be in the building on Tuesday. He wants to talk about his experience because he just finished boxing and winning on a Roy Jones card in his hometown of Louisville, Kentucky, the birthplace of the great Muhammad Ali. He's a young prospect with a lot of potential. I've actually had him on a live show before. If you haven't seen it, make sure you check it out at the Hangout spot. But I'm going to bring him back for his victory lap, talk about that experience, you know, fighting on the Roy Jones card, Roy Jones promotion. You know, I want to get his take on his next fight. And he's also very, very sharp. And he's a big boxing fan, loves to break down fights. So I do want to get his take on what's going to happen next week. You know, Friday, the big card, New York City, Times Square, Ryan Garcia Rowley, Devin Haney against Jose Ramirez, Teofimo Lopez against Arnold Barboza. We're going to get into that next week. I'm doing 3 shows, possibly even 4, to get into that. Monday, I cannot do a show Monday because I'm actually going to be live and direct at the Pro Box Facility Gym. My boy, Coach Mark Ferre, who is actually the trainer, the head trainer of the chosen one, Edgar Berlanga. You know, he's training 4 fighters, you know, to fight on that Pro Box card May 10th in Kissimmee, headlined by Erickson the Hammer Lubin, 154 title contender, Erickson the Hammer Lubin. This is going to be a title eliminator, an IBF title eliminator against undefeated Ardrell Holmes. There's some hostility there. They know each other from the amateurs. If you look on social media, they actually met each other at a gym in Vegas during a media event, and they almost went to blows. So that fight's going to be fire. That's the main event. Mark Ferre is training now, Erickson the Hammer Lubin. Then you got light heavyweight prospect Najee Lopez. He's going to be fighting. You got 154-pound prospect as well, Darrell Blasval Saint. He's undefeated, as well as Najee Lopez. He'll be on the card. This week, I just had Dominic Valle, undefeated super featherweight prospect. He's 10-0 with 7 knockouts. He's also trained by Mark Ferre. All 4 of them are trained by Mark Ferre, and they'll be fighting on May 10th. So they will be in the gym training on Monday. So I'm going to go there, get some live footage, you know, get some live interviews, more than likely just get their takes on what's going to happen and what they anticipate, you know, going down on May 10th. So I'll actually be live and direct in the gym on Monday. We'll talk about that on Tuesday's show. And then Wednesday and Thursday, we're going to go at it. We're going to really, really go in on all the fights that are happening Friday. Saturday, you got the Canelo and William Skull card that's taking place overseas in Saudi Arabia, Riyadh season. The co-main event, I believe, is Jaime Munguia against Bruno Suras, the rematch. And you also got a heavyweight battle between Martin Bacoli, I call him Holy Moly Bacoli, who obviously has a full training camp and will come into fight shape. And he's going to be fighting against Efe Abjagba. You know the deal, how the heavyweights do it up, man. Can't miss heavyweights, right? That Saturday, and then Naoya Inoue, the monster, the Japanese monster, he's making his return to the United States on a top-ranked card, on a top-ranked card that's going to be in Vegas. That's on Sunday. So we got boxing Friday, Saturday, Sunday, bro. I love it, man. I mean, I can have boxing every day. All we needed was a Pro Box card on a Wednesday, man. Pro Box is not doing cards on a Wednesday no more, bro. I'm like bummed out over that because when they were here in Plant City, they family. So I used to work all the Pro Box cards. I used to be there live and direct with a media credential. So, you know, but again, you know, as you grow and you get bigger, you know, they outgrew the venue. Now they're taking their show on the road. But this venue that they're actually going to be fighting, hosting a fight at in Kissimmee, it's going to be about 6,000 people. So it's going to be packed house, bro. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. Charlo, yeah, Jersey Bob. We did speak about that. And I also played a video of the virtual press conference from earlier where I have my opinion that I believe that there was something going on with alcohol or something. Charlo just didn't look right. Jersey Bob, if you didn't see it, make sure you check it out on YouTube on the Premier Boxing channel, YouTube page. You can see it. Virtual press conference for today. We talked about it. I showed some video. What's going on, my sister? 1212 Sports Society. What's popping? Late from calling the drive. Definitely will watch when you post. Got to know more about Cornflake. It's a great interview, sis. Make sure you check it out. And check out my sis at 1212 Sports Society. She's doing it up on TikTok, all sports. I thought she was only doing boxing, but obviously she's doing football as well. Because today is football draft day. Hopefully my New York Jets did something right. I don't know what's going on because I was on the show, but hopefully they did something right and they didn't disappoint me. But she's doing it up on TikTok. Make sure you follow her. And soon you will be meeting her because I'm actually trying to get on the show. I'm actually trying to get on the show so she could help me, so she could be on the panel, and work with me, breaking down some fights. I love her energy. I love her passion, and I love her knowledge of boxing. So we're working on that. We're working on that. You know the deal here at the Hangout Spot. It's not just only fighters, trainers. I mean, we're going to bring in the best podcasters too. So they could chop it up with me too because we grow together. You know what I mean? We got Joseph Nadian. What's going on? Great interviews. Jay, salute. Thank you, man. And salute to you. Thank you for rocking out with me here on a Thursday night, man. Desmond, Damon Hickman, what's up? I think somebody was in his background. Charlo did start tweaking out of nowhere. Yeah, somebody was somebody was talking to Charlo in the background or something like that. I don't know what happened, man. He did a Drake, bro. He went from 0 to 100 real quick. He did a Drake, bro. He definitely did a Drake. But I just hope he's in the right frame of mind and we see ourselves a good ass fight, man. What's going on, Jersey Bob? Niggas do be bipolar. But ninjas do be bipolar. Yeah, man. He's had issues, man. He's had issues, bro. Cornflake was on earlier. They were talking about the press conference. Oh, okay. I did not see that. My brother G-Von, what's going on? The Chosen One fire. They hating on the Puerto Rican megastar. You know the deal, G-Von, bro. Edgar be getting that hate. My brother Edgar be getting that hate, but it's all right. Because he headlining, bro. Have y'all heard about that? Hold on. If y'all didn't hear about that, let me pull that up. What up, Raider? What up, Raider? What's going on? Appreciate you rocking out. But if y'all did not hear, check out this lineup, bro. So this has been talked about all week, the early part of the week. July 12th, New York City. It is going down. Edgar Berlanga, the chosen one, the one that people love to hate. He my brother, so I always rock with Edgar. He my dude. He's fighting against Hamza Shiraz, Turkey Al-Sheikh's boy, coming off a controversial draw against Carlos Adames. I had Carlos Adames winning that fight, by the way, but that's Turkey's boy. Edgar got an opportunity to knock Turkey's boy out. He's moving up a weight class, too. Last fight was at 160. He's moving up to 168. That's Edgar's territory. Edgar Berlanga, the main event on that card, whether you love him or hate him. Then you got Shakur Stevenson, man, much anticipated fight against William Zepeda for the WBC Lightweight Championship, a fight that should have happened last year. A fight that's been, long, trying to be made. Shakur has made it clear he's wanted that fight. It's finally happening. I think that's going to be a really, really good fight. Alberto Puello for the WBC 140-pound title against Subriel Matias from Puerto Rico. That's going to be on the card. And then David Morrell at 175, coming off that performance against David Benavidez. He lost, but he showed a lot of people a lot there in that fight that he can hang with the big boys. Against Iman Katayev. That's going to be a really tough fight for Morrell as well. A sneaky good fight, but one hell of a card from top to bottom. That is going to be the day after Amanda Serrano headlining in the big room, Madison Square Garden against Katie Taylor, part 3, in an all-women's card that is being put together by Jake Paul and Most Valuable Promotions. Shout out to them. Putting female boxing on the map. I mean, they didn't put it on the map, but they are just expanding female boxing, giving it a huge platform. I mean, you already know the deal. The females be doing it up. We show the females love here at the Hangout Spot. They do it up. They're not afraid to get in the ring with each other. They're not afraid to unify. They're not afraid to go undisputed. They're not afraid to get titles in multiple weight classes, like Clarissa, like Alicia, like Amanda Serrano in 7 weight classes. They ain't afraid, bro, to mix it up. Sometimes I'm like, yo, where the dudes at? Why the dudes ain't in a rush to do what the females are doing? But that's to be said for another day. But that goes down Friday at the big room, Madison Square Garden. Let's not forget, they already sold out the big room once. part one, the first fight. This is the third fight. Can Amanda Serrano finally get her victory over Katie Taylor? A lot of people feel like she might have won the last fight. The first fight was super close as well. Can she get it done? We're going to see. That's on Friday. And then on Saturday, you got this big card that I just put on the screen, headlined by Edgar Berlanga. Shakur Stevenson will be on it. Alberto Puello against Subriel. You got David Morrell. It's going to be crazy, man. Boxing is totally taking off in the summer, man. It starts this weekend. Chris Eubank Jr. against Conor Benn. A grudge match. I love me some grudge matches. Don't get me wrong. I'm not crazy about the card. This is more of a big fight overseas. They're charging the American public $25 to see this on pay-per-view with an undercard where realistically we don't really know a lot of names other than probably Anthony Yard against Lyndon Johnson, a fight that, a trilogy that nobody really realistically asked for. So the card is kind of suspect. They're charging us $25 for it. Whatever. It's not like it's the end of the world, but technically this should be a card that's given to us for free. Either way, a lot of people shit on the main event. I like it. I like me a rivalry fight, and this is a rivalry fight. A lot of people, especially in the Boxing Voice, will say, well, it's not a true rivalry because that rivalry was between the dads, Nigel Benn and Chris Eubank Sr. But guess what? There are things that are usually passed down from generation to generation in families. And to me, I'm looking at it like this rivalry was passed down to the sons. They genuinely hate each other. And to me, that's going to make for a great fight. Chris Eubank Jr., who's the bigger guy, against Conor Benn, who is moving up from welterweight. This is going to be a fight at 160. There is a clause, a 10-pound rehydration clause, where Eubank can't go over 170. Who wins? The bigger guy, who has more experience, seems to be more of a better boxer, or the smaller guy who seems to be more relentless, has power, is going to come forward? It's going to be a great fight. A great fight. If I had to predict, I'm probably going to go with Eubank, the bigger guy. He can box. There's going to be a lot of emotions into play. Conor Benn is obviously going to come and try to take this guy's head off, especially after getting smacked in the face with an egg during the first press conference. So it's going to be a lot of emotions. He's going to come out probably like Mike Tyson used to come out in the first round, trying to take Eubank's head off. I think if Eubank can weather that storm, and we also got to see, can Conor Benn at that weight hurt a bigger guy who had been naturally fighting, at a higher weight class? We'll see. Eubank, again, is very, very crafty, possesses a good uppercut. So does Conor Benn come in with an aggressive style, get overcommits, get sloppy, and get caught with an uppercut? Who knows? We don't know. But that's why we fight the fights. But if I had to predict, I'm predicting Eubank to win this fight. I don't know if it's going to go the distance. Either way, I'll pick Eubank, but it's going to be a good fight, and I'm looking forward to it. And we will be watching. It will obviously be during the day because, it's going to be a fight that's done overseas. So it'll be Saturday during the day. The main event, my prediction will be about 5 o'clock, I would assume, 5:30-ish Eastern Standard Time. So, it's popping off, man. You got Cornflake's card with Rising Stars promotions on the Zone. That's going to be on Sunday, and then next week is going to be the mega weekend of all weekends. Fight Hook News, my man Jay Calderon. I'll be out there for Taylor Serrano 3. So I'll probably hit the Berlanga Fight Fire weekend. Yeah, absolutely. I'm probably going to be down in New York City for Edgar as well. So, we'll see what's popping. We got my man Chicago Kills. Carlos still drinking. It certainly seemed that way. Again, that was just my opinion. Again, I showed the video earlier, clips of the press conference. I was trying to kind of narrate it through what I thought. A little bit too slow, slurry. Eyes looked a little sleepy to me. I've seen people drunk before. That's what I saw out of it. I could be wrong. There was some people in the chat that didn't agree with me. Nonetheless, I just hope that maybe he's going to pass through that, get into a good training camp, and give us a good fight on May 31st because Cornflake's ready. G-Von, my man, said, I think Amanda won both fights, shaking my head. Yeah, there's a lot of people that think that. I definitely think she won the second fight. The first fight was really, really close. I would have called that a draw. The second fight, I thought Amanda won. And it's just a shame that these fights are 3-minute rounds instead of 2-minute rounds, right? I wish they were 3-minute rounds because if the last fight was a 3-minute round fight, I think that Amanda probably could have ended that fight in the first round. She had Katie Taylor buzzed, 10 seconds before, the end of the round. But we'll see. Again, things happen, man. You can't discount Katie Taylor. She put up two tremendous fights as well. They're two great champions. that are tailor-made for each other. 12-12 Sports Society, we all saw it. Are you talking about Jermall? What'd you think? Give me your thoughts. You thought he was a little sipping on on the MD 2020? Or was it just me? Again, I ain't trying to gossip, bro. I'm just trying to give you my take. But tremendous show today. Tremendous show. Tremendous participation from the chat. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Like I said, enjoy the fights over the weekend. We'll be right back at it on Tuesday. Monday, we'll be at the gym live and direct, Pro Box facility. I may do something live from there. Who knows? Make sure you follow me on YouTube. You hit your notifications and you follow me on IG. That's where I update my stories at the Hangout spot. On YouTube, though, you got to subscribe and hit your notifications because if I decide to do a quick live and go live from the gym, I'll do it there. You got to have your notifications so that you can be, so you can jump aboard because I may do some live interviews there. I don't know. You never know what's going to happen and who's going to pop up here at the Hangout spot. You never know. But Tuesday, we'll be right back at it in the studio with the guests. Wednesday, Thursday, all shows. We're going to do call-in shows next week. I want to get some chatter involved. I want some people to call in. I'll give everybody like 3-4 minutes, give their takes on the weekend. So we're going to do some call-in stuff. So next week, we're going to get the chat involved, but I also want people to be able to call in. It looks like my sister, unfortunately, agrees with me. Again, it is what it is. Hopefully, he gets his shit together because we want to see a good fight. So next week's going to be a game changer at the Hangout spot. So make sure you're along for the ride. But as always, I appreciate the love and support. I do. From the bottom of my heart. This is your boy Johnny signing out from the Hangout Spot Live. Hope you guys all enjoyed the show, and I will talk to everybody next week. Enjoy the fights this weekend.